Well, congratulations to Duke. I think John has done a really good job with his team. I don't know if that was 15 or 16 wins at home, but that's pretty impressive to go undefeated at home in a year. And, you know, you look at that team, they've grown so much. I remember when we played them, I don't know, months ago. And, you know, they play like freshmen, and you can tell that those guys have really grown up. And it was a great game. You know, I thought we fought through a lot of adversity. We had a couple of our starters that I didn't think played well. Man, but the fight in our team is so great. You know, obviously you look up and you know, I just told them keep fighting, and then I think with maybe 40 seconds left, it was a one possession game, and so proud of our guys. I told them in the locker room, you know, we've had a really good season, regular season, 22 wins and 12 conference wins, and there's so much to be proud of, and we have to turn our attention to obviously the ACC tournament. So, questions?
Kevin, even though you lost this game, is this something you think you can build on, you want to bring from? You got a lot of time to build on.
Yeah, you know what? It's you would rather learn a lesson through a win, but you know, it's all you can always take something from the game, and you know, for us, you know, we got a little bit of time. You know, I think we're the only team that don't play. I know we're the only team that don't play Saturday, so you know, we have to have a good balance between working on some stuff, getting a little rest, taking care of bodies, and growing from everything.
Kevin, what do you think was going on with the way they defended Turkwavion, or maybe why he didn't get going from the field?
Yeah, I think they're just doing a good job. You know, he's such an elite scorer, and a lot of times, you know, people are more face guarding and sitting in gaps and making it tough for him to get the basketball. And you know, I think a lot of teams are trying to be really physical with him. And so some of those things, and you know, he's been, you know, one of the things we got to clean up with him is he's been off the court for the last 3 or 4 games because he's picking up 2 fouls in the second half, and so I mean the first half, so he's not allowed to play. So we got to do a better job of him not fouling.
Seems like he's getting frustrated a little bit more easily in games. Things not going his way. How do you kind of keep them or try to keep them calm?
I think he'll be fine. Like I don't worry about him. You know, he's frustrated because he's a good player, and that's it. I don't think it's anything to do with his team, but good players like to play well, and scorers like to score. So, you know, when he's not scoring, I think he's upset with himself about not doing a better job.
You're 12-3 in ACC games where you score at least 7. Of course, usually you score more than that. What made it so difficult to get into your preferred tempo tonight?
I thought the tempo was really good. It was just, you know, it's weird because it was similar to the first game. Both teams really defended. If you remember, even though we jumped out to an early lead, man, it was like a low-scoring game at first. It was the same thing here. It kind of went back and forth. We never really got going. I think both teams missed shots early, and then I think we kind of loosened up. Jarkel Joyner really got us going, and then I thought we played off of that. You know, we had our moments. We cut it to 2 to 4, and then obviously they went up 10. It was a game of runs, and you know, if I could have asked, if we were playing an NBA game, maybe I had a few extra more time, and we could have maybe won the game, but we didn't.
DJ was 4 of 5 in the first half and 2 of 10 in the second half when they double teamed and so forth. How difficult is that team to play with all the size they have?
Well, they got great size. I mean, but DJ's a big guy, and he scores the basketball. I was baggy now. I was like, when they started trapping, I was like, man, it's got to be some contact. You got 3 big bodies, 3 long, athletic, 7-foot guys, and you know, DJ at his size, I was like, give me something, because it's a lot of contact. But they did a good job with their length. They made him shoot over length. They bought the double teams at the right time.
Kevin, you're the master at tuning out social media and everybody else. How do you handle the next week or so while you see your name on the bubble now, and a lot of people will say maybe you're not in the tournament?
Yeah, I don't control it, and I don't think that we're on the bubble. I mean, if you know, everybody I've talked to, we've been an 8-9 seed. If you lose to Duke by 4 at Duke, and you go to the bubble, then man, we never got a chance.
Do you need to explain that to your players though, so they don't overreact to whatever they hear the next week?
I think they're going to be fine. We talked about that. I mean, I don't know, Joe, where everybody's got us listed, but if you had to apologize for losing a quad one win on the road, and you drop from where everybody got us predicted to on the bubble, then we got no chance. We'll never make it.
Over the last 6 games, Jarkel has 26 points in 4 of them. How big has he been for this team all season long? But especially over these last several games?
He's been great. I mean, listen. I thought we hit a home run with him. I knew it when we got him as a person, and I'll say this as a person, he's unbelievable. Better person than basketball player, but man, he's been so huge for us. He's played as an all-conference guy, first team, second team, all-conference guy down the stretch, and he's made big plays. And most guys when they went down early, probably when they came back in the game, and we couldn't keep him out of the game. And so he's been huge for our team, both on both ends of the floor, and been our floor general, and kind of one of the heart and soul of our team. So I'm proud and glad that we got him.
Kevin, you're talking about two swings on defense there, also plus none on the boards. You talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we went into the game. I think Duke and us are number 1 and 2 in offensive rebounds. Man, we couldn't give them credit. I thought they did a great job. I think Lively, I think 2 guys had 7.5, and they did a great job offensive rebounding the ball, and we didn't do so well blocking them out.
Jack gave you 13 and 7. How valuable can he be?
Jack was good. I mean, we didn't know Chip. I wanted to wait till he kind of went through, kind of pregame to see if he was going to be able to play. He did practice a little bit yesterday, and just to have him on the floor gives us another score. Especially during the towards the end of the season right now, and he's been good for. He's our best rebounder, so we need to have him on the floor and his ability to score the basketball.
What things did you see in the fight back? Minute and a half, you're down, I think 9, and you almost got it, almost squared it up.
Well, that's our team. I mean, these guys. Like I love this team. I love the grit on them. We just, we refuse to give up. I told them just keep hanging around. It was very similar almost to when we were at Wake Forest, and we didn't take the lead to the last 5 minutes, but Duke got up so much we didn't have enough to get back into it. But our guys just fight. There's no, we can lose a game, and if we lose a game, the team's gonna really beat us. But it's not because we laid down and we don't fight.
Well, this is fresh, sir, but just your thoughts, 22-8, the whole thing, the pride you have. What do you think about this season?
Oh man, I'm tickled. You look at what we went through last year, and it was, for me, personally, the toughest season of my life. I never really went through a losing season, and I have to give, our administration, Boo Corrigan and Chancellor Randy Woodson, they understood the challenges and the hurdles that I had to go through to get to where we at and the reason for the season last year. That being said, it was really up to me. I kind of looked myself in the mirror, as I always do, and try to figure out how can I get better? How can I help our team get better? How can I help NC State get better? And I made some changes. I swallowed some pride. I was bothered. I didn't sleep at all, and I wanted to get this program back on track. We started off our first 3 years with 20 wins, and 11 and 7 and 9 and 9 and 10 and 10, and never really had a losing record in the ACC. And so what I decided to do is just bury my head. To Joe's point, I really don't listen to social media. I never listened to anybody that said whatever they were going to say. What I did was we went out and I got a new staff with a lot of energy who've done a tremendous job. We went out and we found needs, and we got Jarkel Joyner, DJ Burns, and Sean Mahorshit, and Jack Clark. And then guys like Jaquavion Smith decided to come back to school, and Casey Morcell, and you look at it a year later, man, what a difference a year has made, because we didn't give up and we didn't put our head down and we just fought. So I'm happy. This is probably one of the happiest moments that I've had in a long time with a team to be sitting with 22 wins and 12 wins in the conference, and I don't take it for granted. That's a really important thing, and I know winning is important, but I had a lot of people that stood behind me. I had a lot of people praying for me, and I appreciate them for doing that.
Given the history of the Coliseum, has it had a significance with the tournament being in Greensboro?
I love Greensboro. I mean, I know we have some coaches in the league that don't want it in Greensboro. I'm not saying who they are, but I love Greensboro. I think it's a great place. It's the original, to me, the home of the ACC. It's an easy drive for us. It's a great venue. I think people come out and watch it, and I don't know when it's scheduled to come back to Greensboro, but I hope it does.
You haven't lost there. Still carrying that from last year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I knew Joe.
Things shut down, but last game you won.
Thank you. See, I didn't even, listen.
Well, he's wrong, so don't worry about it.
Oh, no, okay.
We lost to Syracuse in COVID.
2 years ago.
Yeah. Come on, Joe.
Hey, this is why I answer the questions and I don't give statements like I don't know.
Everybody needs an editor.